you don't have any experience or degree, but you want a great job. Now, I'm gonna be honest, that don't sound like it should work, but I'm here to tell you that it's not actually a problem. Now, this year and going forward, the rules of job hunting have actually changed. I'm about to show you how to play the new game. So make sure you stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have an actual roadmap to actually landing a job, even if you're starting from scratch. You gotta get into tech. What's good, y'all? I'm Tech Bag Trey, and if you're watching this, chances are you're probably feeling a little bit overwhelmed by this job market at the moment. Now, maybe you're fresh out of high school, or you're considering a career change, or you're just feeling stuck. Either way, I still got some good news for you. All right, now in the year right now and moving forward, it's not just about what you know or where you study, right? Speaking of that, I remember when I was a kid, I used to be obsessed with going to Duke University, right? I love Coach K and I love the basketball program, all that kind of stuff. Wanted to go there, never made it. But anyway, this is really about how you position yourself and the skills that you bring to the actual table. So today we're going to break down how you can land a job even without the normal experience or having a degree. All right, so let's get to it. Now, first, let me ask you this. What if I told you that the most valuable skill now and then going into this next year is something that you've already been developing your whole entire life, without even realizing? Now, I'm going to get into that as well soon, but first let's talk about why the job market has changed so dramatically. So the job market of 2025, it looks very different than from what we've been used to, even a few years ago. And you might be thinking without a degree or experience, how am I actually going to compete with all these folks? And it seems like every single job posting is asking for years of experience and then this long list of qualifications, right? And here's the truth. A lot of companies are now prioritizing skills and then potential over those traditional credentials, right? So think of all those qualifications and that long list as a wish list. Okay, so you don't really necessarily have to have all that to apply, but they wish you did. But if you don't and you have the skills, well, now we might be able to talk about something. All right. Now, with the rise of AI and automation, these soft skills like adaptability, creativity, and problem solving, that's becoming a lot more valuable than ever these days. And guess what, y'all? These are all skills that you can develop without a formal degree. So think of this job market like a puzzle, okay? In the past, degrees and experience, those were the edge pieces that gave you the frame. Now, it's about finding those right pieces that actually fit together, regardless of where they came from. So your unique combination of skills and experiences can be that piece that a company is looking for. Now, you're probably thinking, all right, that sounds great, but how do I develop those skills? And I got a strategy for that too. And it happens to be the same resource that I used when I was in the job market. When I was lost with no degree and no experience. Now, and I was also lost in my job search. And then I found out about tech sales. Okay. Now, I didn't have a degree. I didn't have experience in that. And then I found Course Careers. I took their free introduction course, and that really opened my eyes to the world of tech sales and what was possible. And then it was also a field where your ability to learn and adapt is way more valuable than a specific degree. And so, I was feeling stuck, right? I was unsure about the next move, and I made that one. And then in 36 days, I was able to get the skills I needed and a new job in the tech industry that I was looking for. So, I definitely recommend that y'all check that out. That could be that game changer that you need in this challenging market to be able to get you over that hump. And you can find a link in the description below. Now, moving forward, continuous learning is not an option. All right. It's now a necessity. With so many online courses and colleges and all this stuff, tutorials, right? How do you actually know where to focus your energy? And the key is to really focus on two types of skills: in-demand technical skills and transferable soft skills. For the technical skills, you want to look at job postings in your field that you're looking to get in, and then identify all the common requirements. All right. And then you want to use a low-cost online resource like Course Careers that I mentioned to be able to learn those skills. For soft skills, you want to focus on communication, problem solving, adaptability, and all that can be learned through a bunch of different experiences, or including like volunteer work or personal projects. So think of skill development like tending to a garden. You need to plant the right seeds or choose the right skills, and then from there you water those skills regularly by practicing, being consistent, and then you're patient while you're watching that grow. Now, some plants, they might grow faster than others, but either way, in time and care, you're gonna have that flourishing garden of skills to be able to show those potential employers. And y'all, time doesn't always mean like months and months or years. Also, remember that valuable skill that I mentioned earlier. It's adaptability. Okay, the ability to learn and adjust quickly. Now, as we move on in these next years, this is going to be gold. Now, the good news about that is you've been developing that skill your whole life. Every time you faced a new terrible challenge or you learned something new, you were adapting. So now that you're developing those skills, you need a way to share those skills with potential employers. But without formal work experience, how do you actually prove that you can really apply those skills? And this is where those personal projects come in. Okay, so you might want to start a blog or create a YouTube channel. You can contribute to some open source projects if that's the type of work that you're looking to get into. There are places like what I went through. They gave me those skills and then they allowed me to get the experience so that I could then share that practical experience in my job interview and then prove myself a little bit different than someone who maybe just had a college degree coming in. So either way, those projects and those things, those are going to be the tangible proof for your skills that you need. So in this year and going forward, a well curated portfolio, that's going to be impressive and way more impressive than a regular traditional resume. So think of your portfolio like a movie trailer. Okay, it's going to be the highlight reel of all your best work, and you're going to be giving that to employers so that they can preview what you're capable of. So, just like a fire trailer can make somebody super excited for a movie, right? Enough to stand outside, wait for it in a 4-hour line, or pre-order tickets months ahead. A great portfolio can actually make someone excited about interviewing you and then possibly hiring you, really fast. So at this point, you're probably thinking, all right, I'm developing skills. I built a portfolio. I got my experience. So how do I actually get my foot in the door? And I got a strategy for that too. And you might be surprised. All right. But first, let's talk about the power of networking. All right. So in this year and moving forward, it's going to be crucial. Who you know is just as important as what you know. And maybe more important than that, right? Now, what I say is it's not about who you know or what you know. It's about who knows you. And now networking, it can really feel a little scary, right? Especially when you're introverted or you don't have any existing connections in that space you're trying to get into. It can feel interesting. The good news is the digital platforms that we have, all these networks, they make it really accessible for you to be able to get into these groups and go into these places, right? Like you can go into specific online communities, virtual events, and you can even reach out to professionals for information just through stuff like LinkedIn. So don't just focus on decision makers when you're doing that either, though. Connect with peers, right? People who are on that same journey that you're on, or maybe just a little bit ahead of you. That's going to help you get out there. Now, here's the strategy that I promised for getting your foot in the door. Leveraging the gig economy and freelancing platforms. All right. Now, this can give you that real world experience and help you build your professional network. So you want to start small. Take on those projects that actually align with your skills and help you build up your portfolio and reputation. Now, here's the step-by-step to be able to get that done. Number one, identify your marketable skills. Remember that course that I mentioned earlier. It can actually help with that. 2, create profiles on freelancing platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or if you're getting into tech sales, it would be one like Glen Coco. Number 3, start with small but manageable projects that can build your reputation and things that you can put on your resume. Number 4, you use those experiences to develop those skills and then build out your portfolio. Number 5, leverage those connections that you make to be able to find more stable long-term opportunities. And remember, y'all, And the years going forward, a lot of companies are going to be open to hiring based on proven ability rather than those normal traditional credentials. So, the freelance work that can actually serve as proof that you've done the job and you know how to get it done. So if this video is giving you a new perspective on job hunting right now moving forward, go ahead, give it a thumbs up, give your boy a subscribe, and especially if you want more career insights. Now, drop a comment below. I want to know what your biggest takeaway was or your biggest question that you still have about moving through this job market. And don't forget, make sure you check out the free introduction course I mentioned earlier that's down in the description below through Course Careers if you're looking to get in the tech industry. And remember, y'all, every expert was once a beginner. So your journey to getting that great job starts with this small step. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.